Alright, guys, Cow Kimmy is back, and I am here to give you part 2 of my story of Kanisha's adventures. Now, to season 3. In season 3, we go back to Kanisha talking to Thiago, and Thiago reminding Kanisha that she needs to go back if she wants to finish middle school, because she cannot be time traveling for too long. Otherwise, time will move too fast. So Kanisha says goodbye to her friends that she made while time traveling, and goes back to the present, where now she has to go into 8th grade in the new middle school. She meets up with Melania Nabasawa and Stella and her old friends Yuri, Daphne, and John. Sorry I didn't mention them before, but yeah, before she time traveled, she went to another middle school with her childhood friends Yuri, John, and Daphne. Yuri is a fashionista who loves jewelry and also is really good with outfits. Daphne is the athletic type. John is the musical guy who loves to play guitar. They are very close, and throughout the series of Kanisha's adventures, I made sure to always mention Yuri, Daphne, and John as close as Kanisha's friends that she will make later in the series as well. So anyway, she goes to 8th grade and deals with making new friends, going to class, trying to use her powers less in class, also having to deal with paranormal stuff while also trying to have a regular life. And if y'all are wondering, no, her powers in being the protector of Earth are not secret. In fact, she reveals herself and her powers many times. Well, she doesn't flat out shout her name or anything whenever she's attacking anybody, but it is very obvious to everybody who she saves during her many paranormal encounters. Many throughout, while she's in 8th grade and some high school, people just call her, it's a mutant. But later, people do start to learn her name and actually are really excited to see her. I didn't really write many people hating her as a mutant that much because she poses a danger. I mostly wrote her as this mutant that helps save everybody, and most of the people being excited and seeing her as a celebrity. Anyway, season 3 just picks off where season 1 ended, where season 1 and 2 ended, where she's still inept from everything that happened in season 2. And even though she knows she can fall in love, she's not 100% eager to fall in love after what happened with Dracula. She does reveal to her friends what happened during her time traveling adventures along with her aunt. And everything seems to be pretty normal. It's pretty much just, 8th grade is pretty much just her dealing with school and dealing with paranormal stuff, and her trying to adapt to both. Season 4 is really where it picks off because she is in high school, where she is now in high school. And a love story between her and Melania starts. It's mostly just a typical lovey-dovey relationship. By the way, I do not shy in the fact of the dark stuff that happened, mostly recalling it a bunch of times and making references to it. I also don't push back at the fact that Mulaney had a dark past, and the fact that she did her paranormal stuff, and just isn't she isn't shy. She she is brutally honest. That's another thing about Kanisha's character, is she's brutally honest, just simply telling people facts and how she feels, not always caring about the consequences of what she says. And most people accepting how brutally honest she is. But yeah, another thing is, I forgot to mention this character. Her name is Veronica. Veronica is the snobby rich girl who is aware that Kanisha's aunt is a model and very popular. And coming from a rich family herself, she sees Kanisha as a sort of rival, but Kanisha doesn't really care about it. But Veronica just tries to find any way to try and make her life miserable, and tries and calls her a freak all the time, and just tries to pose her as the bad guy, not believing that she is a hero, and just thinking that she is just trying to take all the attention away from her. This is a typical teen rivalry, but it's more of the rivalry of, like, it's more of a one-sided rivalry. Anyway, Kanisha's friends also get plenty of times to shine. Mulaney is shown to have many hobbies, with her being a part of the debate team and like a few instances of it showing. But it's mostly just a background thing. It isn't mentioned that often. It's not really shined on that much. Nobusawa is mentioned to be a part of the art club and is really into art, as you'll see throughout the series. Kanisha also meets new friends like Sundance, a girl who is really into nature. She also has the power to be able to copy other people's powers. And at first, I almost started to forget about that, but then I bring it back later in the series. Another friend that she meets is Amaya, who is another plant leader. In fact, later in the series, this is kind of a spoiler, but it's like, I think season 6 or 7. I decided later to give Kanisha's friends powers as well, to give them more time to shine as well. There's even a few episodes where Kanisha is just relaxing and doing her own thing, and Kanisha's friends are shown to have more time to shine. Another thing to mention is that Stella starts dating this guy named Shamar. There's nothing really about him. He's a male model, so he has his schedule preoccupied. But him and Stella's love story is pretty casual. It's nothing really special. Well, it's pretty average. Also, while Mulaney is falling in love with Kanisha, she knows that Kanisha has like every superpower that there is, including turning into like monsters like vampires, werewolves, and all that stuff. So she asks Kanisha to turn her into a vampire so she can live forever with Kanisha. And yes, this is obviously while they are dating. Now each season goes by a year. Like in season 4, it's freshman year. Season 5, it's sophomore year. Season 6, it's junior year. Season 7 will be senior year. And season 8 will be the first start of college. season 9 will be the continuation of being in college as well. Yeah, then y'all get it. Anyway, anyway, yeah. That's the end. That's the end of that. It was fun. It was fun for that. Now let me mention more about the characters. Now, at first, it starts with Sakura and Nobusawa being in a relationship. Sakura is just this average, friendly girl who has an undertone for being very territorial about Nobusawa being her boyfriend and everything. And at first was kind of jealous of Kanisha because Nobusawa talks about her all the time. It doesn't turn into her accusing him of cheating or anything. It doesn't get that far because in the first start of 8th grade, I immediately crossed that plot out, and she just becomes a background character. But then I decided to add a spicy story where we have Nobusawa end up cheating on Sakura with Sundance. Oh, sorry, did I say Sundance? I meant Amaya. And then they end up being a relationship. Obviously, Sakura is furious about this, and I don't shy away at the fact of them cheating and everything. They do feel guilty about it, and they do apologize, and Sakura does forgive them eventually. And in fact, Sakura does start to become a part of the main group later in the series. About like when she's in college and stuff. About when they're all in college and stuff. In fact, even though she's a background character, she is mentioned throughout the whole entire series as much from the first time she is introduced. Even talking about what she's doing in college and everything, and what she is studying. Here's how it goes. Kanisha wants to try every career since she knows she'll live forever and everything. Nobusawa goes into art. Sundance goes into making stuffed animals. Amaya goes into. I forget what she goes into. What does Amaya do? Hang on, let me look it up. I forgot what Amaya does. Oh, I must have deleted it. My bad. Hang on a minute. Here it is. Oh, my bad. I forgot to mention Nira. But yeah, Nira is just a typical person who is a typical character. Anyway, let me focus on everything that they do. Which is the characters right here. Laura, she is the musical friend that Kanisha meets in high school. Now, Amaya does computer engineering. I forgot to. That's what I meant to mention. Sakura is becomes a manager for music industry. Well, for each one of the characters, they have a meaning. Yari has 3 kids, and at first she doesn't reveal who the father is until later in the series. It's kind of heartbreaking what happens. It's mostly a typical cheating story. I also want to mention Silas and Anja. Silas and Anja are 2 rival scientists who are interested in Kanisha because of her being a mutant, but then those 2 slowly fall in love. At first, Silas had a crush on Kanisha, but then that immediately got crushed. Another thing I want to mention is some of the roommates that they have. Now, Kanisha's roommate is Hadassah, and she's pretty much just an average character, not much to her. Riley is his dancer and welcome committee for the college. Lizia is Nero's roommate. There's nothing really to her. She's just an anthropomorphic lion. Also, throughout college, Melanie is in Massachusetts, and also she is working part-time as a detective. Her boss is Jacoby, and her friend slash partner is Ching. There is also Kanisha made a clone for roommate named Nate, and Nate and Katie start dating, which is Kanisha's clone. Yuri's kids' names are Jaylene, Edwin, and Joanna, and they be featured a lot throughout the series as well. So yeah. Each one of them has happy endings, and throughout the series it is really interesting. Kanisha and Melanie stick together from high school to college. In fact, I decided to write their relationship lasting for 100 years. Now I bet y'all like, only 100 years? I thought you said Kanisha was immortal. What, did you write a story where she dies? No. But unfortunately I did write a story which is kind of spoiler because it hasn't happened yet, but I did write a story where Melanie does die. But yeah, that's the gist of it. I do write and still has this caring person. Huh?